Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to the stream. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. I am excited to work on the hardcore world again and to get some more murals in place. I know you were working on the world yesterday, but we weren't building murals, and I want to build murals and get this central project done. So first off, some thank yous are in order. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Congrats to Little Miss Psycho on being first today. Also, thank you to, I scroll right past it, Petty CSH for that follow. I appreciate that a ton because of you, we're now up to 16,192 followers. So thank you very much. If you want to tell us how your day is going, go for it. If not, don't, it's up to you. But welcome, we're happy to have you, and welcome to the stream. Oh, goober mode. Goober mode. Anyway, hello, hello, Hermes over on YouTube. Hello, Little Miss Psycho, Zachary, KJ, Big Dude. Welcome in. I am not muted. Tell everyone to unmute their stream.
Viking.
So,
Rhea is being a menace and griefing, and I feel like her punishment should be no Trog stole the egg for 2 months.
I agree. Goober agrees. I am the goober, and the goober agrees. Also, I know you all are full of... Well, I can't say that. The Viking will put me in the shredder. I know you're full of it, though, because I have a green line on my screen that tells me that I can be heard. Austin, welcome to the stream. I hope everyone's having a great day. We also had a couple check-ins. Hi, Chad. Unfortunately, can't stick around tonight as I'm hellishly busy, but I am here to check in. Hope that everything's going well. Hi, Soda. The goober says hello. Anyway, the goober says hello. We have a couple 25 check-ins. Robin, Peps, and Caesar. Caesar is just short of the watch time, though. So, Caesar, keep an eye on that watch time. Oh, bye. Okay. But actually, we've got... So, Caesar is just short of watch time by a little bit. Caesar, if you're here, do I switch my watch time for me? And then Robin Peps has hit 25 check-ins. Robin, are you here? Before we get started, I want to get this check-in handled. So, are you here, Robin? Also, Ghost Gone, Michael, Cowgirl, Pete, KJ, Silver. Welcome in, guys. Looking forward to the stream. Nice to listen to at work. Heck yeah, dude. Well, we'll get you all set and squared away. Robin Peps, art thou here? Hello, hello. Robin, do you have anywhere specific that you would like to go for your pillar? Do you have any specific requests? Or do you just want me to pick a spot for you? Hi, Zachary. The shaders are complimentary, imagine. I like the darker bells more than the yellow ones. Well, cool. The darker ones are, in fact, the primary one, so lucky you. Caesar, unsure spelling, sorry, is on 10 hours. I scrolled. Fair enough. Okay. Hello, AOs. So, wait, no. Hold on a minute. Hold on. That is a name in a font I cannot read. Oh, wait, no. It's in a language I don't read. I'm going to call you A. A, hello. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? All right. I'm going to get my rockets. I don't mind. You can choose. Okay. Quickly, do I have any wood left? I don't know if I have any oak wood left. I have an oak sign. I'm going to go get you some oak wood real fast. I'm guessing this is plain Jane, vanilla, no mods, or just shader. Anything just shaders. I mean, I'm using book scroll, day counter, entity model features and texture features for texture packs, iris for shaders, mod menu to show you this, simple fog control, simple voice chat, sodium and sodium options, and zoomify, and then world edit is for my creative worlds. But I'm not in creative on this world, so... Hey, Fluffy, welcome in. It's Angel, but in Greek. Okay, thank you. Angel. I can work on remembering that. Angel. If you stick around with the community, I will do my best to remember that that's how that's pronounced. Fluffy, we were talking about you yesterday. Also, Austin Igoo 11. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not. But thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate that a ton. Because of you, we're now up to 16,193 followers. So thank you very much. If you want to tell us how your day is going, go for it. If not, don't, it's up to you. But welcome, we're happy to have you, and welcome to the stream. Remember why were you talking about me? Because I talked about netherite mining. Do I need to explain more? It's Ego. The U is silent. Got it. Austin Ego. Oh, yeah, that's fair. See? Also, hi, Courtney Edwards. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm going to be doing some netherite mining streams coming up at some point. So, Fluffy, shulker box of netherite blocks, papaya strikes again. Yep. Was there supposed to be another step? There's going to be more steps. Yes, I just haven't installed them yet. Hi, Leo. Welcome in. Guys, I need to tell you the story of why I am tired today. Walter Cranberry, local terrorist and part-time orange cat, woke my girlfriend and I at 3:30 this morning. Okay, Robin said they did not have any specific preference, so I'm going to put you kind of up here. We haven't had anyone up here yet. 3:30 this morning. Also, hi, Gumdrop. Walter Cranberry decided to be a good time to wake us up. K137. Also, Miss B. Haven. Thank you so much for that follow. Because of you, we're now at 16,193 followers. So thank you very much. If you want to tell us how your day is going, go for it. If not, it's up to you. But look, we're happy to have you. All right, big moment here. Robin Peps. I always want to add the R. Preps. It's Robin Peps. Robin Peps. Thank you so very much for your dedication to the channel. Welcome to the walls of history, to the pillars of history. Your watch began March 3rd, and hopefully it will continue for many years to come. We are happy to have you as our part of our community, and I hope that this pillar will grow with time. Everybody who can, let's get some one of us's in the chat. Hi, Quinny. I'm having a fantastic day. Also, Molly, Evie, J-Bear, and Gablodon, welcome in. Thank you so much, guys. But yeah, some one of us is in the chat for Robin Peps. Okay, I'm feeling better now. I'm glad to hear that, Gablodon. I hope the stream can get you feel a little bit better. Oh, it's Walter time. So I am being accused. I stand accused of waking Viking and Mom up at 3:30 a.m. this morning. I will have you know it was 3:45. They are exaggerating. It was important. I had the zoomies. I had to get the energy out. And they didn't let me get the energy out. They're monsters. Both of them. Anyway, congratulations to Robin Peps for getting your first spot on the pillars. I hope that you have a long view time with Dad. Oh. Also, thank you, Real Becca. Peanuts, Gabadon. Pardon? Poor Walter. Waltito. I am the Waltito Burrito, as Dad calls me sometimes. Alrighty. When Josh will upload second video for every week? He already did, Angel. He already did. So if you know Josh's channel, he already uploaded his second episode of every week. So just gotta go watch it. Let us remind ourselves how this looks for Vikings so he doesn't mess up. Bye-bye, everybody. Okay. Wah. Perfect. Also, that is Ali. Ali, welcome in. And Viking, welcome in with a 26 check-in. And Quinny, welcome in. And Caitlin, welcome in. I hope everyone's having a great day. Heck yeah, Viking. Utah Raptor, welcome in. Okay. So I just... Corners, giant T, corner. Okay. I can do that again. Anyway, you shall be background noise while I work for custom player models. Have fun. Player models for what? If you don't mind me asking before you leave. Who's Spot? Oh yeah, I forgot. Peanut Squirrel is cursed. Are you making more void creatures, Fluffy? Ghost, Leo, are you able to spreadsheet people, please? Oh no. Oh no. I can spreadsheet as well if needed. If we get people coming in with enough view time, I can spreadsheet people. Cynical Slime, welcome in. I can do. Thank you, Leo. Am train. I'm just gonna assume Ghost meant to put I cannot. I am a train. That's what I got. Congratulations on the new transition by the transition by the way to train. Honk. Okay. Anyway. Friend server people have some requests right now. I am working on animating static on a player model. Oh, that's cool. No, I'm on a train. Oh, lame. A new gender dropped. Public transportation. My favorite gender. That's got to be my favorite gender right there. Public transportation. God. Anyway. Dame, welcome in. Mr. Cow Power, welcome in. Okay, guys. So, very exciting. Viking has made major progress on his next YouTube video. So much so that he guarantees he'll have it uploaded Friday. And possibly it'll be done tomorrow. I'm really hoping it's done tomorrow. I can't upload it tomorrow, but I really hope it's done tomorrow. Did I miss a block? No, so I'm leaving a block in the middle Because that's part of the design. Part of the design is to leave that open. What? Just realized I think I have to think of where I want my pillar for next week when I get my 25. You got to think of it. 8 games and Smitchy, welcome in. Blake titled on me. Blake. Refer to me only as Chugga Chugga Choo. How do I check again my time on the stream? Exclamation point, watch time. Yeah, that is correct. Why is it funky? What's going on over here? Oh, no, we're good. We're good. We're chilling. I hit 25 on Thursday. I already know where I want to go. Let's go. I like this better, by the way. The doing it live as soon as it happens. I like it so much better. It feels more important, you know? Compared to just like, okay, on Friday, we're going to do all of them at once. It just feels more special. Alrighty. Ow. Yeah, it's less stressful, more fun, more important, less stress. Very love the new wave pillars is much more chill. It is. It's much more chill and much more fun. So. Boop. How do we check how many check-ins we have? Exclamation point, check. That's it. I must slumber now. Good night. Sleep well. All right, there we go. That's the first bit of wings. Water. I left a light on the bathroom. Hold on a second. I'm going to go turn that off. All right. BH Hope, welcome in. Day 4411. We're going to get day 444 soon. 4444. 4 4s. The ultimate, the number 4's golden number. Golden day. 4 4s. Next time that'll happen, it'll be 5 5s. I got to get a screenshot of 4 4s. Wait, what are you building? I'm currently building the outlines for the next murals. The next murals are going to be the boat and wings. The wings are the ones I'm doing now. I'll do the boat ones after. Also, Kappa has checked in for the first time. Welcome to the stream. You followed during the TikTok stream. Also, hi, Dylan. Thanks for the lurk, dude. Welcome in. Okay, so actually, I was lurking. Who here was anybody here in Acorn Bandit's stream earlier today? I only ask because you might recognize the question I'm about to pose as part of it. And I would love to have this conversation on my stream and tell Acorn what we talk about. But I need to know, was anyone on Acorn's stream earlier today? Speak now or forever I'll assume you were not there. Okay. There we go. Skipping every other one. Ba-doop. Anyway, gonna go cosplay Mars. Bye, Fluffy. Okay. So, I feel like I've given enough ample time for someone to say, yes, I was there. So, Acorn, the second I joined Acorn's stream, I was hit with a question that I thought I had an answer to, but it turned into be a little bit more of a philosophical question that I would love to tackle with you guys today. Who here likes philosophy and debate and, you know, theory? And ambiguous definitions and trying to find a definition for things that may not actually have a definition. Also, Mr. Civic and Ali blah blah, welcome in, guys. All right. Also, Mr. Civic, thank you for the 100 bits, dude. Me, okay. Mr. Hey, me, what's the question? Okay. Are zombies cannibals? That's the question. And when I first heard that, I went, that is a very straightforward answer. Yes, they are.
Hey,
Agalos, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that a ton, dude. Because of you, we're now up to 16,193 followers, so thank you very much. If you want to tell us how your day's going, go for it. If not, don't sub T-Woke. We're happy to have you. Are zombies cannibals? And I went, huh. Yes, they are. Because zombies are just sick humans. That's my logic. Exactly. At what point do you become a zombie? So the question becomes, are zombies still human? And because zombies don't eat other zombies, except sometimes they do, it depends on the version of zombie you're talking about. Because that's another thing. There's different kinds of zombies. There's parasitic zombies and viral zombies. There's magic zombies. There's sentient zombies. There's non-sentient zombies. Like, what kind of zombie? Did you skip the double corner? Did I? Hold on. No, we're good. Wait. No, we're good. Zombie equals zombie, not a human. Missed TikTok stream. Was it just mural work? No, it was actually building pixel art. A normal corpse is still human. Is a reanimated corpse any different? Exactly. Exactly. So my logic was, we don't stop calling somebody a human just because they're sick with a virus, right? The virus is not the thing we are labeling. They're still a human with a virus. Like, what happens if you change a zombie back into a human? Were they not a human to begin with then? What did I come into? A theoretical question of, are zombies cannibals? There aren't a different species. They're either dead humans who have been resurrected, or they're humans who have been infected. So yes, zombies are cannibals. That's my logic. My thought is, right? It depends on the kind of zombie, but for the most part, a zombie is a sick human. Once you die, a dead thing is still the thing it was. It's still a dead thing. A human and a dead human. You're still a human. Right? Like, but it got into the question of, okay, but zombie is a sick person, so it's like saying is someone with a cold a cannibal. Zombie is a description like tanned. It's not a new thing. Yes, but the question becomes, what if, at what point does the zombie, like, because a lot of times in zombie movies and video games, you're trying to find a cure. At some point, like the idea of a cure is mentioned. So there's a great game I think you would like called Soma. I don't know what that is, but I'm listening. So yeah, okay. So like you're trying to find, quote, a cure, right? In a lot of these movies and games and stuff. If it's a parasitic zombie, virus is what's doing the zombifying, then human is the host, same as any other virus. That's what I said. So, but I think if you can't cure it, like if once you become a zombie, there is no cure, is it still a cannibal? Like if you were to resurrect the dead, like Frankenstein style, like not Frankenstein style, actually, more like the absolutely anything style, where you say everyone who's ever dead be alive again, and you have, people popping up out of graves as decomposing bodies. Is that still cannibal? Oh, I've totally missed. Unless I've built this wrong. Anyway, if zombie can be cured, yes, cannibal. I just think of a decaying zombie. If they're already dead, you would have to be able to resurrect the dead. Zombies are undead, which is supernatural, not human, so I say no. But humans can be supernatural, i.e. vampires. Is a vampire cannibal? Or not? You get to the point where it's like defining soul, like defining the soul. Wait. If it's considered a parasitic type thing, no, they wouldn't be a cannibal because it's the parasite wanting other humans. But it is still a human, a sick human, who's just lost their mind, eating another, desiring the human flesh. Only drink blood, not eat bodies, but you're still drinking blood. I would argue, is drinking blood a form of cannibalism? Now we're getting a little too far away from the original question, but a lot of the virus changes the genetic makeup. Well, yes. I bite my fingernails, so I'm a cannibal. That is not what I am saying. Hold the freaking phone. Oh, we're good. Never mind. If a vampire is a cannibal, then anyone who gets a blood transfusion, yeah. But you're not eating. Hold on. Pause. A blood transfusion is not you biting on someone's neck. Yeah, thank you, Leo. You're not eating the blood. Someone's like, yes, blood, thank you. Like, oh, yes, I need more blood. No, you're getting an injection in your arm or wherever it needs to go on your body. Like, usually it's in the arm, but sometimes they'll put it in the leg. Like that's not quite the same. Hold on. It depends on what zombie we're talking about. Undead zombie, no. Virus-infected zombie, yes. So an undead zombie. Okay, so here's my thing, though, Gatlodon. You say undead zombie, right? At what point does the undead stop becoming human? Soma isn't a zombie game, but it hits this question of at what point are you no longer yourself? So like Portal 2, GLaDOS, she's an uploaded brain scan of a human woman turned into an AI script. She's absolutely not human anymore, though. But she would fall under the same criteria as one of those zombie answers. True. Also, if you eat parts of yourself, that's auto-cannibalism. Yes. Same end result, though. Someone else's biological matter is in another someone. Yes, same result, but different matter of thing when the soul has left the body. Okay. But reanimated, you are back. Say you've been dead for 1 day. You come back. You were an undead. You are now an undead zombie. Mindless, brainless. You could be cured, but no one knows how. Are you still on the same level as someone who died 50 years ago and is just a bones? 100 years ago and it's just bones. Uncurable zombie being different species than someone with a curable disease that affects him. I think if there's magic involved, after 10,000 years, I returned. Hello, Matias. Welcome in. Welcome in. Also, Block Val, thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel. But yeah, it's okay. This is why I pray we never have a zombie outbreak. Hopefully. Also, the 8 Nor, welcome in, and 2G7, welcome in. Yeah. The logic of uncurable zombies being different species than someone with an incurable disease that affects how they act as inhuman, which is incorrect. So yes, zombies equal cannibals. That's a good point. Oh, I would like to think that I was correct in my first thought, which was we don't treat humans who are sick differently as far as like they're no longer, they still maintain their human rights and they're still called a human. Right? Like we still call them human even though they're sick. So therefore a zombie would still be human and therefore a cannibal. So if the zombie is sentient to any extent, then yes. You think its sentience is what's required for cannibalism. But there are plenty of examples of in nature. Oh wait, hold on. Where there are where there are animals that practice cannibalism. Sentience is Anathra was talking about how we're starting to get to the point where you have to define the zombie before you can answer the question. So I guess to me, if a zombie is lacking any free will to make their own decisions, then no. But if they can choose to eat people, yes. So kind of like Nezuko from Demon Slayer. She's a demon, which is like a zombie in that show, who chooses not to eat humans. But the rest of the demons, which are now demons, not humans, but used to be humans, do. A zombie is a ferocious, non-thinking, eating machine that exists on non-infected human flesh. A cannibal is a living, thinking human who eats another human. But Jordy, right? What was the zombie before becoming a zombie was still a human and is now a sick human. Maybe dead, reanimated, but still was at one point a human trying to eat other humans. Free will is a big one. Yeah. Oh, man. Would scientists classify zombies as Homo sapien? Zombies evolved from humans. So if you say they are cannibals, then aren't all meat eaters? So we are not so far in terms of evolution from a cow. Yeah, that is a good question. How would a scientist define a zombie? Like, would they classify zombies with a different scientific name than Homo sapien? Or would they just classify them as a subspecies of Homo sapien? It's not evolution. It's a yeah. A dead body before dying is also a human, but if it comes back as a skeleton, do we call it what do we call it? Do we call it a human? Well, with demons, for example, the demons know they're eating humans, and by the Hashira training arc, we can be cured back to animals. So yes, zombies or demons or cannibals. Taxonomy does not equal evolution. Yes. I used to watch you so I could turn off my brain, and now you've just reeled that plan. Oh, trust me, I can talk all kinds of theory and philosophy stuff all day long. Why are we talking about it for so long? Because I wanted to. Because it's fun. Streams are more fun when there's a conversation versus me trying to wing it. So, I think you have to define a zombie, and you have to draw the line, which is the tricky part about this kind of conversation. You have to draw a line somewhere between at what point does a zombie stop being a human, right? There's the logic of when they lose complete free will. There's the line of the second they turn into a zombie. There's the line. There's no real answer. That's the point. It's philosophy. It's supposed to be a fun conversation where we just toss ideas out there. It's a theoretical situation. There's no reason to have an answer, but it's just fun to talk about. You're microwaving your own brain. Get microwaved. No. It's just supposed to be fun. Like a fun conversation. Nothing that's supposed to actually upset anybody. So if you are feeling upset, I am sorry. There's a different kind of zombies, like there are different kinds of animals, so it depends. So like let's lay out a couple examples. Let's say we're in a world of magic and a necromancer raises the dead. And that necromancer dies, but the zombies stay alive. Or just, the necromancer's a bad guy and the zombies feed on human flesh. Are those zombies cannibals or not? I would think no. Because at that point, they are something else. They are being completely controlled by magic. They aren't living in the traditional sense. They're reanimated, but they're more like a puppet than a living thing. I think you also have to tie the line of living versus automaton type thing. What you're forgetting is that he may be once human, but he's attacking me, and he is no longer a human to me, but a threat, and threat needs to let their brains breathe. Yes, but we're not talking about whether or not they're like whether or not you would attack one. It's just whether or not they are a cannibal or not. Also, great. Now I'm gonna think about this all in my sleep. I'm sorry. There's another angle we've explored here of androids in current technology with like the hop and knee replacement and prosthetics. Acorn was saying it ties into the ship of Theseus, right? It ties into the ship of Theseus if you replace enough parts of the zombie, or like the zombie falls apart enough and enough parts change, it stops being a human. But at what point does it stop being a human? Ship of Theseus return. Then the next question is the line between magic and science. Well, starting there though. Imagine a necromancer revives the dead. Those people are reanimated puppets that are being controlled by a necromancer who at any point in time could snap his fingers and release them. Before they stop being a person, yeah. Also, thank you so much for subscribing, Skibbity Dibbity. Can we get some hearts and hugs? Also, the scientists, I have to say, classifications of them would be simple to explain. They are human eating human. They are cannibals. The sickness does not change their genealogy. Yes, I do think it would just be a case of you are a cannibal if you are a zombie. But in this case of the necromancer would be a puppeteer, and therefore the zombies would not be a cannibal because they're not sentient and they're not living, breathing on their own. They are completely reliant upon something keeping them alive until they are released from the control. Quote, Solo Leveling, who brings shadows back. Yes, zombies are cannibals. By the use of revive, it says that there are dead humans, so by logic, still human after reanimation, they are cannibals. But going to the more, quote, realistic direction, a pathogen, a virus, right, that is released upon the world that infects people. Ironically, though, despite classifying zombies as humans, I do personally classify vampires as ex-human, used to be human, but not anymore. Although now I'm not sure why, because they're both undead humans. Right? Hi, Optimus Dad. Hi, Big Mac. Right? So would a vampire be, man, if I was someone to look up all the OG zombie literature for this. If it is a magic-based reanimation, then they would be required to have given a brand new classification of subhuman. I would name Homo reanimus. That's a cool name. Humans with virus are still called humans, so humans with a zombie virus are still human. That's my logic, Hermes. That's the logic that I was saying. We don't call someone with the flu of a different name. We call them a sick human. We call them a human. Pie, are you a human? Cannibalism? Zombies? Weigh in on this. Are zombies cannibals, Pie? Hello. Anyway, who told you I wasn't? Excellent opener. It's fine. Oh my god, whoa. Wall of text. So, in The Last of Us is a fungus. Everyone calls them zombies, but they're actually infected because they're not dead. They've been taken over by the fungus. All this I could say is the back of your logic. So, in that case, they're infected. There's a host that's controlling them. But it's still a human body that's not dead eating other humans. Chat GPT answer. Okay, let's see here. Zombies technically aren't cannibals, at least by most definitions. Cannibalism usually refers to a member of a species eating another living member of the same species. Zombies, depending on the lore, are often considered undead. I did not realize that it had to be eating other living. It's a thought. It's a perspective to take. Okay. Often considered undead, so they're no longer the same species as the humans, but from a human perspective, they still look human, and they eat humans, so people have called it cannibalism. It's kind of a gray area between horror logic and biological semantics. Okay. As a robot can philosophize. Is a skeleton still human? Like, is there technically the line? I do not count the lies machine input. The fungus actually exists and takes over ants. Oh yeah, no, there's a fungus that does the same thing with deer. There's zombie deer and zombie sharks. Anyway, we're talking about algorithms' idea on what a human soul is. It's an interesting thing. What does an algorithm think a human is? That's a scary thought. Anyway, behold, a man. Featherless chicken. Anyway, but yeah, I think, would you consider would you consider a vampire a cannibal? I want to go down the fantasy route a little bit. Would you consider a vampire a cannibal? A vampire was human at one point. Normal human. Human skeleton is still human because it is still human remains. Getting into the remains topic. Ooh. Hi, Mullet. Vampires are cannibals. Hi, Ravi. I think vampires are cannibals. But drinking human blood. If you were to drink human blood by biting the side of someone's neck and drinking their blood, that's what, if not cannibalism, what is it? What would you call it? They are doing that to survive, you know? That is something they have to do to survive. Hi, Silver. Aren't undead? They could be, though. They would be human no matter what, and they would be classified as subclass of human with their substance being human flesh. A vampire is not a cannibal, as they do not eat the flesh of humans. They're a leech. Just a snack. Just a snack. There's just blood. There are humans in many cultures that drink blood of animals as a dish. Yes, but are they drinking other human blood? The question is not drinking blood, drinking human blood. I think they become something entirely different depending on where you're pulling the vampire lore from. They're physically changed. Something else in most cases. True. Cannibal not usually defined as flesh and not blood. Interesting. That is interesting. I did not know that. So it has to be flesh, not blood. I would call it gross. Me too. Blood is grody. Anyway, I don't know how I messed that up. Popped in at a weird time. No, it's a conversation I wanted to have. It's coffee. Zombies. Cannibalism. Are zombies cannibals? That's what we're discussing right now. I still believe, like, I haven't read anything that's like changed my mind. I think zombies are cannibals because they are sick humans. The way I said it too in Acorn Stream, you could think of it either as it's a stage of life too. Physically artificially started by some external force, but it's still a thing. Still a human being at one point who is no longer super duper healthy and wants to give everybody an extra long face hug. So, how about a werewolf? Because they don't have to have died for the transformation, but if they eat a human, I think yes, and then a human being. Human! Hi, Tommy Nelson, welcome in. Okay, a werewolf. Vampires, if real, would be classified as hemotophages, where they find themselves only able to sustain themselves on the blood of others, like a mosquito or a leech or a vampire bat. Got it. Good to know. Also, a hydrate reminder is a great idea, especially for everyone else watching right now. If you haven't had water in a little bit, please fix that. Vampirism is almost always presented as a disease, so by your prior logic, they're still human. So while not eating flesh, they're consumed human bloods. They aren't cannibals, they're leeches. I wish I was a werewolf. Fair. Discord call time. I turn into a monster every month. 2 werewolves aren't special. They want to give an extra long face hug through their teeth. Yes. It depends on how a zombie is classified with the society, the fiction they're in. Yeah, I was saying there's a huge difference between a necromancer's zombie and The Walking Dead and The Last of Us, which I haven't seen The Last of Us or The Walking Dead, but I know those are not magical zombies. Those are theoretically based in science. So, also PNG tube mode, PNG Discord call means I have to actually use my character to talk to you. So, Oxford says a zombie is a corpse that was reanimated by means of magic or supernatural event. So yes, zombies are cannibals regardless of sentience. Interesting. On a different note, can't wait to see what Everwake has to hold for us. And you and Cody, I'm absolutely loving the series from both. Also, Everwake episode. How has I found your channel? Well, let's go, Jordy. I'm glad that you enjoyed Everwake. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm glad that you enjoyed Everwake, and I'm very, very excited to give you more. I cannot give you more until I wake up, though, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. This would be a very bizarre first stream. I mean, to be fair, I'm so confused. Hi, local constellation. To be fair, it's not that far off from a normal stream where we just talk about random things, right? No on zombies because they're soulless. Okay. Okay. New topic, canned open. What is a soul and how do you define it? And what has a soul and what doesn't? Because would a zombie, a reanimated human that's animated by some virus, have a soul or not? Speaking of Everwake, I just watched your POV and Josh's 2 episodes. Super well done. I'm enjoying the a lot so far. Thank you, Pi Pi. I appreciate that. Oh, wait. Son of a biscuit. This does not go here. This does not go here. Well, I gotta go to class when the soul conversation starts. Wouldn't a zombie be controlled by a virus? So the virus is the thing that wants to eat. 100% he's gonna ask friends these questions tomorrow because this has been really been fun. It's fun. There's such a great first thing to hear while taking a break from editing. Why are we talking about zombies and souls? Vintage, death, zombies, cannibalism. Not hot. Is a zombie a cannibal? Are zombies cannibals? That is the question of the day. So true. It's not hot. Remember, guys, to quote vintage applesauce, it's a red flag in men. Cannibalism is a red flag. A red flag in everybody. Not just men. Everybody. There is no gender attached to that red flag. That red flag could be a red flag in anybody. They's, them, she's, hers, he's, his, all them. Could be hot. Leo, no. Warm bodies in a movie that exists. Makes me think of old romance book. Oh, God. I'm going to go home tonight and write down my thoughts on this. Do it. Is Viking throwing us into a zombie apocalypse? I am not. But yeah, so what do you think? Also, really quickly, yeah. Zombies, cannibals, yes or no? Actually, I feel like I want to tie this off with a nice little poll. But also, Charm is here now. So I'm going to let... Vintage is passing. You're passing on this conversation? You're not giving your opinion? Also, Charm, zombies, cannibals, death, flesh. Are zombies cannibals or not? Not a Charm-safe discussion right now. Oh. I was not aware of that. I can change the conversation if needed. Confirmed in most cases. Okay. I'd like to do a quick poll, though, to kind of tie off tie it off. Tie off the conversation. So let me do a quick poll real fast on the YouTube side of things, and then do it on Twitch. Oh my god, cannibal is hard to... Okay. Gecko Moria type zombies, I argue no. Gecko Moria, oh my god. Hard no for me, but I'm legally obligated to recommend the cannibalism album Moon King. The Mountain Goats! There we go. Any opportunity to bring the Mountain Goats in is a W. Thank you, Charm. I appreciate that. Remember, guys, go listen to the Mountain Goats. Speaking of which, Charm, give us more context about this album. Zombies aren't cannibals because they eat to see everything alive and animals, including they're just monsters. That is that Cactus Page. That's not normal, actually. I haven't seen many zombie flicks where the zombie wants to eat everything. Usually it's just humans. How about Charm always loops back to the Mountain Goats? That's good old Charm for you. All right. I'm going to give everyone... We'll have it go on for 10 minutes. Moon Colony Bloodbath is a concept album about cannibalism and the secret organ harvesting colonies on the moon. Oh, that is... Huh. Fun. Okay, but what breed of zombies? Yeah, so... I don't want to delve into it too much if it's gonna make Charm uncomfy, but I was talking about how I think it really depends on the origin of the zombie, necromancer versus quote science. Duvid
_raided my stream without the warriors.
So Duvid, how did you die in hardcore today? Was it a creeper this time in the jungle temple again? Or did you learn your lesson and do it in a mineshaft instead? Also, Spunky Jordy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that a ton. Hope you sleep well. Think about dinner anyways. Talk zombie lore to your heart's content. I'll sleep before I come back. Sounds good. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that a ton. David, how was your stream? I died inside trying to find a fortress. Got it. Wait, Viking, I have an important update to the baseball game thing that's been going on today. Current match is the Viking Pilots versus the Salisbury Plains. Nice. David Raid, psychological death. Got it. What's up, Jinxer? We are asking, okay, Charma's given us a blessing to continue talking about it, so I'm going to talk about it. Vote in the poll. Duvid, zombies, cannibals. Are zombies cannibals? I'm getting everyone's opinions on this. We're just asking everybody. So the Grim Reaper, did not succeed in making him meet his demise. Not cannibals, no. Okay, why do you say that? I would argue, depends on the source. My logic is, if somebody with the flu ate human flesh, they would be a cannibal. We do not call someone with the flu something different besides a zombie. Or besides a human. They're still a human. They're just a sick human. But a zombie with a virus-based zombie pathogen, because a lot of them are zombie viruses and are fungus and stuff, is still just a sick human. So would they not then be cannibals? David will not die in my presence. Well, that's lame. I think he should. Oh, 9. World War Z is a weird one, or like even zombies, they just wanted to spread the virus for the most part. Fair. Exactly. How many blocks is it? Hold on. Isn't their DNA altered? It depends on the source material. I would say that in a lot of it, no, it's not altered at all. It's just a pathogen is taking over their brain. You get me, Viking. He should meet his demise. He should. I believe zombies are no longer human because they die first. It really depends on what kind of zombie we're talking about. But I feel like warm bodies, yes, cannibal. But Walking Dead, no. Gonna sleep. Good night. Good night, KJ. Happy birthday, by the way, again. A farewell birthday to KJ, who has celebrated their birthday today. So, but yeah. Oh. 1 second. Yo! Tyler, first off, congrats on checking in for the first time. Fluffy, thank you for gifting 5 subs to the community. Can we get some hearts and hugs in the chat, please, for Fluffy Papaya? And some crunch. Actually, do me a favor, everybody. Can we just crunch on a Fluffy Papaya? Papaya is yummy. So, everyone should crunch on a Fluffy Papaya. Happy, what is a human conversation? This stuff gets my brain going. Woo! Crunch Fluffy, guys. Go ahead and I don't think Fluffy's seen the new emote, so let's crunch Fluffy. And Ted, thank you so much for the bits, dude. I appreciate that a ton. What is up, the deep? Perfect. Okay. It's 3 blocks. Okay, I have more thoughts on the topic, but so far I have 24 votes no, 18 votes yes on the what are zombies cannibals vote. Tell me a Minecraft joke. I'm running out of Minecraft jokes, dude. This book is running out. I've literally got 3 pages left. Oh man, as someone else pointed out to me, a fluffy papaya is just a moldy papaya, so enjoy the mold crunch. So you're moldy? Fuck. Thank you for 10 gifted subs, Alien Trapdoor. Oh my god. What do you call a group of Endermen? An Ender Clan. But psst. And Dark Horse, thank you for the 10 bits. Alright. And Ted, thank you for 100 bits. Yeah, so I love philosophy questions about, like, you know, what is or isn't human, you know, like at what point does an AI become a human, like, or a robot or an android become a human? Like, if you've seen iRobot, is it iRobot? There's like movies that like discuss, like, is GLaDOS, a former human who's had their brain uploaded to a computer, still a human? Yes or no? Like, that kind of stuff is so much fun. Perfect. I love that. Feel free. Just I want more questions. I want to keep discussing. So keep discussing. Keep ideas going. If you have another fun topic of discussion along these lines, throw it out there. I want to keep this line of thought going, because this kind of stuff, I don't get to talk about this kind of stuff that often anymore, and it's fun. An android becomes a human when it can feel feelings. So being human is reliant on your ability to have emotions, Logan? Is that? What's the Robin Williams movie where he's a robot? Robots? Like that animated movie, Robots? Trigari, welcome in. I think my ideal state of robot is a robot werewolf. I'm the furry that lives in your computer. I love that. By that definition, psychopaths aren't human. So there's something else to it then. I feel like I should be writing this down. I feel like this is great. Snipe Panda, welcome in. Lonely, thank you for the check-in, and thank you for the 100 bits, Trigari. If we hit, okay, I already owe you a 4-hour stream, and it might be tomorrow's stream. If it is, then sick. What can I give you if I hit this? If we hit a level 5 hype train, I will do a variety stream voted on by you guys. I'll put out a poll of games, and you guys will vote on it. Let me see here. If your loved one offered you their amputated leg, would you eat it? Your loved one is psychologically sound. The leg is perfectly safe to eat. Would you eat it? If so, how would you prefer the leg? No. You're along this line of thought. What is everyone's thought on Wild Robot and Roz in the movie? I have not seen that. Fluffy. That's a level 5 hype train. Okay, I will. And Ted, thank you for the 400 bits. Intrigaria, thank you. Oh my god. That is okay. Okay. I have not seen Wild Robot. Should I watch Wild Robot? Turing test. An AI has succeeded when you can tell it is. You can't tell it is an AI during a conversation. This messaged my friend the zombie question and past 10 midnight and gave all different perspectives. I thought RoboCop was a cyborg. Bring back Cult of the Lamb. I never got to join. Oh, I can totally do Cult of the Lamb. That could be one. Play Repo. I could do that. Fluffy test. Pilot. Don't test me, pilot, man. Okay. Good news. The Viking pilots are winning and David Normal is still mediocre. Good. Love when Veep's face goes all red from overwhelm of chat behavior. Wild Robot is really good. I think you'd enjoy it a lot. Would hybrids be cannibals? So, like, okay. My girlfriend and I just started watching Rising of the Shield Hero, which is an anime that I've watched a little bit before. And in that, there are demi-humans, which are humans with animal features. So, like, they're part animals. So, like, for example, Raftalia is a girl with raccoon ears and a raccoon tail. With somebody who is a hybrid between two species. Do we know what that? Do we have any cases of that? Are zombies a cannibal? No. Okay. So it's it's pretty split. Over on Twitch, we have 28 votes no, 19 votes yes. On YouTube, we have 83% yes and 17% no. Interesting. Interesting. Also, what? Yo, the Stafford. Thank you so much. Hold on. Something's wrong here. That's what's wrong. Thank you so much for subscribing. Hold on a second. All right. 1 second. I send telepathic sub, bro. I have no job for money. You're good, man. Don't worry about it. Do the math and see who got the most votes. It's still a win for no by like 3 votes. Okay. Hold on. That's not it. Dude, level 5 hype train. Thank you so much, guys. We're level 6 hype train? Oh my god. Okay. If we hit a level 7 hype train, I can give you... I'm trying to think. There's not much I could give you. I guess just another 4-hour stream eventually, but... Hello, Elias. Welcome in. Oh, there we go. And Jinx, you're thinking of the 10 bits? Info on SPK Season 2. Actually, yeah, I could give you info on SPK Season 2. That would work. I have info I can give. That would not be super spoilers. That wouldn't get me in trouble with everyone else. So... What's up, Ellis, by the way? It's midnight. I keep... you playing while I sleep. Gotta keep the algorithm. Well, thank you, man. And Thestiford, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the Watchers on the Wall. Your watch begins now. Thank you very much. Gumdrop, thank you for 5 gifted subs. Thank you. And Pie Pie. Okay, I think Pie Pie... Hi, Pie Pie. Also, Cactus Page 4, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that a ton. If you want to tell us your day's going, go for it. If not, don't up to you. We're happy to have you. Oh my god. The Pie Pie. Hi, Pie Pie Samurai. I love the name Pie Pie Samurai. It's such a good name. It's just fun to say. It's dangerous because now I'm going to start saying it. Ted, thank you for another 100 bits. Smitty, thank you for 100 bits. That is a level 7 hype train. Okay. This is not a confirmation, but it is a thing. So most of you already know who Avid's partner is. I believe Avid's talked about it. I don't want to spoil it. I think Avid's already talked about it. Pie Pie Samurai 1, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the Watch on the Wall. Your watch begins now. We're happy to have you. Or your watch begins now. Thank you for support. Many gifts. Many gifts. I need someone who has been around Avid's stream to confirm or deny if Avid has talked about his partner or his partner for season 2. I believe he has. Goth Girls, right? That's a thing that people have talked about on stream. if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure. I said, can anyone confirm or am I going crazy? He has a lot. Okay. So it is common knowledge. Can you say who it is, Leo? Because I don't want to... I'm actually being like so paranoid about too many spoilers. God, the mob switch was the best thing. Marm. Okay, good. It's public knowledge. Okay, so Marmalade and Avid are on an island together. It hasn't been voted on. Like, it hasn't been confirmed. Everything in SPKs goes through the process. But there is a very, very high chance that you get Avid and Viking next to each other again next season. That is your season 2 little spoiler. You will probably see Viking and Avid Island next to each other again. Just because we are I'm gonna be like, hey, I want all my friends, but Avid and I do dumb stuff a lot together. So yeah. I can't say anything else, and I cannot confirm that will happen. I really hope it does. But at the same time, it's like, that should be really fun. So hopefully that was worth it. Thank you guys for the level 7 hype train. That is freaking awesome. Let's keep the combo of topic of Viking stream. Pai, you're good to talk about it. Can we get a shout out for Pai Samurai? Or else? Let's make Pai bashful. Everyone give attention to Pai Samurai. Anyway, something. We are certainly something. We are best of friends. Yep, there we go. Avid and I are one. I got, dude, guys. Okay, there's a group chat that I'm in with Avid and a couple other people, and the amount of stuff that we have said. It's the classic stereotype. Like, if you understand how guys talk to the homies, that's pretty much what it is. Absolute goobers. Yup. That's Pai. Absolute goober. Absolute goober. Anyway. We got that Pai shout out, right? Actually totally missed it if we did or not. Anyway. You should shout. I shouted out Pai. Good. Funny little chip. Thank you so much for 1,000 bits. I appreciate that a ton. Thank you, man. There we go. 2 bros on separate islands because they're not gay. 2 dudes building secret tunnels to each other's islands right next to each other because they are extremely friendly with each other. That's how it goes, right? That's how it goes, right? That's how it goes, right? Right? I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. Anyway. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, as the historians would say. Holy cow. Thank you for 27 gifted subs. 2,420 bits. Can we get some hearts and hugs in chat for everybody who has sent gifted subs? Thank you all so much. I have opened a hype chest, and I have got the spit the truth emote. Also, Hoffmeister, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh my god, is that the Pai 5 heart? Dude, okay. I learned, because I can be in partner, that you can change the prefix of your stream, emotes. But I didn't know you could do that. You can do that before you get partnered. So, Pai, if you could change your stream emote prefix to anything, what would you change it to? Mine is now Veep, obviously. But, if you could change it to anything, what would you change it to? And anyone else, too, that streams or makes fun content for people. I just love Veep. Veep is funny. I'm going to sit down because I want to. Give me a second. I'm disturbing Walter's slumber. That's a bit too low. As established, mine is perfect. It is. I wish I could have it as pie or pie. I would. Sadly, I had to have to add the 5. Mine get creative like you and make it a unique one. Yeah, Veep is a nickname that was given to me by a member of the community that's kind of just stuck around. And the day we were talking about emotes and like partner stuff, it was like, wait, I can't do Viking. I can't do Pilot. I can't do VP. What if I do Veep? And it just kind of stuck. It's become the perfect thing. So, what is this song? This song is called Limbo by Avid MC. You can see it down there in the bottom. Well, there you go. Wings, Boat. Wings. Okay, cool. Avid mention. I will mention Avid whenever it is time to mention the husband. Limbo, great song. Dude, Hermes, if you haven't already, you should definitely watch Skyblock Kingdoms and watch my perspective and watch Avid's perspective. Watch all of them, but... Oh, no, not this again. He's not even here. I could call him. I give him a call. Oh, I missed. I fired, and I missed. And I fired again, and then I missed again. A little ring-a-ring. A little ring-a-ling on the telly. On the telly. Give him a ring on the telly. For the bit. Watch Skyblock Kingdoms. Dude, the number of people, actually, who have told me that they are watching Skyblock Kingdoms now. Who have told me that they are watching Skyblock Kingdoms now. Is really cool. Hold on. Also, Bara, welcome in. It isn't. It's. Hold on. Let me pull up a thing for you. Since the start of Everwake. Wow.